15 of my Kodiak 150K training. Last week of taper, I guess. Last week of training. So I'm here out at the Redlands Trails again. Figured this was a nice, easy place to do my last long run at. Today's plan calls for 10 miles. And I've got pretty much all the gear I'm gonna plan to wear with the race on. Figured this would be my last chance to really test everything out. The weather is looking forecast to be pretty darn cold at the start, and then warm up a bit as the sun comes up. So I've got a pair of my long leggings on. Not sure if those are going to stay. Or some of my more thick cold weather ones. I'm already getting kind of sweaty. I'm only like a mile in. So I got some other ones I'm going to try on a run next week. The thing is, I got my poles strapped to my vest here, and they're just kind of being annoying. So I tried one of the other holster points. Just about 4 miles in, feeling pretty good. Once again, have to keep pushing myself to slow things down. Anyway, one of the key things I want to talk about is wasn't a whole lot going on this week. Something that I haven't really discussed much, if at all, in this entire channel so far. That's kind of my weight loss journey in this. I think most people started running to lose weight. I mean, there was other things involved in that, but that was a key thing. Probably the last 20 years. I've been over 200 pounds, and especially since like the COVID lockdowns, I was really pretty much stayed in that 225 range. Even with training to do the Holcomb Valley race back in June, still never got below like 215. But it was never something I managed well, was able to keep off sustainably. And so when I started this plan, I went into it with this idea that I was really going to focus on sticking to the training, taking things seriously for the first time. And so weighed myself right when I started the training plan. Came in at 225 as expected. And then progressively, kept track of it as the weeks have gone on. Unlike most training plans and weight loss journeys, things started out really good really quickly as I lost a lot of the water weight. Was down into 215 within the first couple weeks. And then every week beyond that has been just a very slow kind of progression down. But this was kind of fortuitous and makes sense, is that this week is the first time in, I said, almost 20 years that I dropped below 200 pounds. And it's crazy, really crazy to think. Still got it in my stomach. There's a reason you see most of this filming from here up. But yeah, still a work in progress. Still trying to see how sustainable things will be. Wow. Not sure how long this thing's been on camera mode. So let's try that again. At about 7.5 miles, just on my way back. I'm not even sure which version of take I'm on of this filming. This train's been ridiculous right here. Anyway, so with the race coming next week, my head is very much been on the what's next process. You know, one of the easiest ways to kind of avoid runner blues that I've found is to always have another target for after you're done with the one you're on. That way, you know, you're always chasing something. The key that I've found here, though, is just to not always look at that chase as something that needs to be escalated every time, but it can be, you know, that thing you're chasing could just be sustainability. And as I look at, you know, what's next on my running plan, when I'm going to hit my, you know, what my training plan is going to be like after this, what recovery is going to look like, you know, especially now that I've hit my sub 200-pound mark, thinking about how that weight loss journey becomes sustainable. Something, you know, I've done so many diets in my life, so many training plans, so many guides to weight loss. And I'd say 80% of them are just unsustainable because they kind of attack the target, not the problem. You know, if your goal is only to lose X amount of pounds, there are thousands of ways to do that. Problem is, what comes after that? You know, what's your process for the next day, the next week, the next year after hitting that goal? And I've found the only way that any of that actually works in a long-standing, sustainable practice is to actually invite change. So the idea of losing 25 pounds is kind of moot if this next week I go back to eating fast food for most meals and tons of candy, drinking soda, all that crap. So the thing I learned, you know, a while ago is that, you know, obviously completely abstaining from things of convenience, like fast food, like soda, like any of those other things, it's just an easy way to lose the battle. Because, you know, you get that craving for a nice double bacon cheeseburger from your favorite restaurant. You're just like, oh my God, it's the best thing. So you get that cheeseburger, even though, you know, there's that voice in the back of your mind saying, you know what, you've been doing so well. You know, this is just a burger of guilt. You'll eat it. You might feel guilty doing it. You might not have hit that note of satisfaction in your stomach, in your taste buds, and in your mind that you kind of expected it to, or maybe it wasn't as long lasting as of a satisfaction note. A lot of people will do that and they'll just give up. Be like, all right, I failed. Wasn't able to do my diet, or I wasn't able to be vegetarian. I wasn't able to be perfect. This idea of perfect. So they go back to the way things were. The problem is that it's never about being perfect. We're all screwed up. We're all just trying to find our place, trying to find the thing that fits. You know what? Double bacon cheeseburger, it's pretty damn tasty. Double bacon cheeseburger every day, it's kind of boring. So it's about allowing yourself to have those things, those once in a while things. A cheat day. I hate the idea of a cheat day because you're not cheating. You're indulging. You're allowed to freaking indulge. Key is knowing where the line is, where's the point that it's not an indulgence, but an impulse or an addiction. And so I've allowed myself that this time, and I've not succumbed to the idea of failure. And I missed both my longest runs of this plan. Missed both of them. Big part of me that hit those and felt, all right, why even bother? But, you know, these kind of plans are same thing. Yeah, it'd be nice if I'd hit those. Probably feel a little bit more prepared. What's going to do more is that continuous. So we just keep pushing. Hopefully the AC fans aren't too loud in the mic here. 10 miles in, 10 miles down, all done. Last long run of the plan. Feel pretty good. The run went really well. Definitely got hot the last couple miles here. Sun hitting pretty hard. Glad to be done. Looking at the weather forecast for the race, we shouldn't have anything like this. So I am still thinking of using my thinner. If I'm going to wear longer tights, I'm going to go for some thinner ones. These are just a little too thick. Poles on the back kind of in that lumbar area of my pack worked pretty well. If anything, I think it actually helped me not hunch as bad as I usually do, because it was this constant pressure kind of on the small of my back. Not sure how I will feel about that 30 miles into the run, but we'll see. Anyway, it was a pretty good week. I didn't miss anything. Here's the mileage and what happened. Everything went pretty well. As it's basically the last week of the plan, I feel strong going into this last week. everything in this coming week's mostly just kind of shaking the legs out and just not being too idle. So I'm gonna try to stick to my yoga, get some strength training in, just not kick my butt nearly as bad. But yeah, here's to the last week of training. Looking forward to next week. Not sure how filming is going to go next week, what the plan's going to be like. Might be a little late, because I might just go ahead and just put together the Kodiak video after the race and just, be done with that. Yeah, everything's good. I'm looking forward to some rest and relaxation tonight. We're going out and having some fun. But yeah, that's it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Like and subscribe as always down below. Lace up, get out there and be safe, everyone.